Yes, ma'am.
All right, I would just like to welcome you guys to our counseling session. We're talking about bullies be gone, bullies be gone, bullies be gone. That's our little slogan because we recognize that here in the past few years that bullying has become a big problem within our country. The purpose of this group is just for that. You guys come to me and we can sit down and we can have a counseling session and just talk about some things that's been going on in your school and in your classroom that you would like to talk about. And as I say, we're going to be talking. I'll mention to you that everything that we talk about will be confidential. It'll stay right here. Whenever you go out that door and go back into the hall, everything that we've talked about will stay here. And I hope you two can respect each other and just keep in mind that everything that we share should stay right here, okay? And I will tell you the only time that I will say something is if I feel like you're going to harm yourself or harm someone else. Because that's when I have to let the right authorities know because you don't want no more harm to happen to anyone, okay? And on last week, you guys were given some papers and you took them home and you gave them to your parents. They're consent forms, in case you don't know what they are. Those consent forms just tell your parents about this group, Bullies Be Gone, and it just lets them know some of the guidelines, what we'll be talking about, some of the issues that we'll be addressing, and it also just tells them the time and the dates that we'll be meeting. And you guys know we'll meet here every Wednesday. As soon as you come from lunch, you come in here and we'll meet for 30 to 35 minutes tops. And we'll just talk about some of the things that are going on and some things that are in your mind that you want to let out. And that's the purpose of this group, just to be able to let everything that's on the inside come out. Let me know, let each other know, address some problems so that it can help you to feel better. Okay? All right, now with that being said, I just want to let you know that, this is a closed group, just us three in here. And when we're finished, you don't have to worry about someone coming in because we might build up a good relationship and have trust. Sometimes you might get a little timid when someone else comes into the group. So just to let you know that this is a closed group and it will just be us three in here every Wednesday. And I also just want to just thank y'all for coming to the group because it's not an easy thing to get out and express your feelings to people that you really don't know that well. And I appreciate you guys coming. And with that being said, who can tell me their definition of bullying? Okay?
Bullying is like hurting somebody or hurting somebody's feelings.
Hurting somebody or hurting somebody's feelings. Good definition. Do you have a definition for bullies?
Same one as hers.
Okay. So bullying, they do hurt people and they do hurt people's feelings. A motto that I have for bullying, and my definition of bullying, is hurt people hurt people. Most of the time, people that bully others, they have problems going on inside them that's hurting them. So the best way for them to treat that problem is they say hurtful things and they do hurtful things to other people. What are some types of bullying? Could you give me some ways that people could bully? Yes.
By spilling juice on somebody's white shirt.
Spilling juice on someone's shirt, that's an action of bullying. Could you give me one?
Taking someone's lunch money.
Taking lunch money, taking someone's shoes. Who else can give me another way of bullying? Yes.
Like punching somebody on the playground.
Punching somebody on the playground. There are all different ways that people can bully other people, but the main thing that we've already come to the conclusion of is that they're hurting people. Either physically, mentally, emotionally, they are hurting someone else. And that is not a good thing, and that's not a good feeling for someone to be hurting you, is there? Your teacher came to me and she was telling me that you had a problem the past few weeks. Would you like to explain that problem or what has happened with you with a bully?
Someone has been making fun of me because I make good grades.
They're making fun of you because you make good grades. How does that make you feel?
Bad and sad.
Have you talked with anyone about it? Well, can I ask you something? Since this person has been making you feel bad and sad about making good grades, are you going to stop making good grades just because they said that? And I applaud you for that. There's nothing wrong with making good grades. Education is so important, and you have to have good grades to get into a good college nowadays. So you continue to do what you're doing with your grades, and don't let it get to you and make you feel so bad. I just want to encourage you and let you know that making good grades is the thing to do. And maybe you should tell that person, you know, good grades are good. Just because I don't fail, that don't mean that I am a failure. Actually, I'm a success. And if the problem continues to go on, maybe you should talk with your teacher about it and let your teacher know, hey, this kid right here keeps making fun of me about my grades, and maybe they can move you or move that person out of the classroom, because you don't want someone to be distracting you. I know you said that you're not going to let it get to you and you're not going to make bad grades, but just going into that classroom and being around that person, it could have an effect on your mind and your thoughts. So just remember to stay positive, continue to make good grades, because you know when you make good grades that you're going to get good rewards. Though they may pick at you about your grades. And do they do this by themselves, or is it other people in the group, or is it just that one person?
It's just that one person.
Okay. And maybe have you tried to talk with them and ask them why they talk to you about your grades and make fun of you about your grades? But what do you say to them?
I said, leave me alone.
Okay. But they continue to just nag you about your grades. Well, I'm sorry that is happening to you, and like I said, that's what we're here for. Talk about our feelings and our emotions and how things are making us feel. We get it all out. But like I said, don't start making bad grades just because they're making bad grades, because good grades will get you far in life, okay? Is there any other instances that you would like to share with us? Okay. I didn't hear you. Someone's been taking your lunch money. Well, how does that make you feel when they take your lunch money from you? Okay. Makes you feel sad? Have you talked with anyone about it? No. So, do you still get to eat lunch even though they take your lunch money from you? Okay. So, here's the thing with that, because your parents are giving you money to buy your lunch with, and then you're not being able to get your lunch because this guy's taking your money. Maybe you should fix lunch. Take a sack lunch sometimes. See if he'll take that. Probably not, because most of the time they might want the money for ice cream or something like that, right? Okay, but how you said it makes you feel bad, it makes you feel sad because he takes your money. Have you ever told him no? Have you ever tried that? The 3 steps. Could you share that with me?
It's try to handle it yourself, talk to them nicely, and if they don't do any of those things, then you tell an adult.
Okay, so you said the 3 steps are try to handle it yourself, talk to them nicely, and then you talk to an adult about it. So you tried to handle it yourself and it still goes on? Did you talk to them nicely after they were still taking your money from you? So the next step is to talk to an adult, so that's why you're here with me, right? And we're going to try to make sure that we get that problem taken care of as soon as possible. Because no one deserves to be bullied. No one deserves to get their feelings hurt. We all should be able to go to school and be happy and enjoy our days at school, right? So things that I want to share with y'all, even though the bullying goes on throughout your day, every morning when you get up and you get ready to go to school, does that make you feel bad? What's the first thing that you think about when it's time to go to school?
Think about my money that I got, but I'm afraid to get my lunch because I'm afraid that he'll be at school because he'll take my lunch.
So that's one of the first things that you think about is him taking your money. When you wake up in the morning and you get ready for school, what are some of the things that you think about?
Another day of being bullied.
Another day of being bullied. Continue to go to school. Don't let no one make you not want to go to school. You continue to go to school and do what you have to do. The main thing is just addressing the problem and coming here with me, okay? And then I also want to share with you all those 3 steps. The first step is to try to handle it yourself. It seems like you both have tried to do that. The second step is to talk to that person nicely and try to ask them, why is it that you're doing this to me? And the third thing is to go to an adult and you talk to the adult about the problem. And then in the back of your mind, always remember, hurt people hurt people. Maybe you and that bully can end up being friends if you talk with them and say, well, why are you doing this to me? Or why do you call me a nerd? Or why do you want to take my lunch money all the time? What is it that I'm doing to you? And then you could be helping them and open up a door, and they can start telling you some things that's going on with them. And you never know, in our next group, maybe they'll be in here for some reason. But continue to stay encouraged, continue to make good grades, continue to practice those 3 steps, but you don't just let people continue to bully you around, because you're not a pushover. That's the main thing. You stand tall and you defend yourself, okay? And I just want to say last that I appreciate y'all coming to this class, and remember that everything that we talk about is confidential. It stays right here. We'll meet again on next Wednesday. But I have some homework that I want you to do while you're not going to be here, okay? What I want you to do is come to me next week with 3 positive things that have happened to you. Talking about bullying and all of this stuff, it might bring a negative atmosphere to the room. But just remember that it is some positive things that can go on at school. You talk to me about your good grades. You talk to me about practicing the 3 steps. Continue to do those things. But when you guys come back next week, have 3 things in your head or on paper that you can share with me about some good things that have happened. That'll lighten up the mood, okay? And the last thing I want to say to you is, you guys are not alone. Like we said at the beginning of the class, bullying is becoming a very big problem. And the first step is to recognize that you're being bullied, and the second step is try to do something about the bullying. Don't be ashamed, and don't think that there's something wrong with you, because it happens to a lot of kids. It's not just you two, okay? But continue to come to me and continue to stay encouraged and keep doing what you have to do to get to what you want to get in life. Getting all those A's, you'll be able to go to any college that you want to go to. Talking with someone and asking them why they're doing you a certain way, that will help you to be a problem solver, okay? And again, our group is called Bullies Be Gone, Bullies Be Gone, Bullies Be Gone. And eventually, bullying, that's going to be a thing of the past, because you're going to learn how to address those bullies and how to handle those bullies and how to make your life more positive, okay? Thank you guys for coming. Hit the red button.